Oh yeah, welcome back to another rendition of Floral Foolishness.
Sports, and I feel like we're analog from like 1990 right now. This is fucking awesome. Usually it's my shit that sucks. Like usually you can't hear shit that I'm saying. Not today, baby. Not to fucking day. Happy Halloween, world.
Yeah, so this is the third time we're trying this, and I'm doing it
I'm
on
the
a phone.
captain now.
So,
Me. This is dangerous for everybody. We might get canceled today.
oh yeah. So yeah, if you don't know, it's fucking island time. It's fucking canceled island time on a cell phone on Floral Foolishness, the worldwide leader of dumbass sports news.
And really all basketball coverage, let's be honest here. If you're not the NBA or college men's hoops, we're the leader in covering your basketball, and today we'll show that.
Yeah, buddy. So we're gonna debate current topics inside the world of sports and society around it, and it's gonna be stupid. All while rocking some crunchy island vibe, which I have not taken off on this cell phone.
Damn right.
It's in
Committed to
my
the
heart.
cause.
Oh yeah, let's go. So I'm Stotsy. With me, as always, is the Wrangler of Dragons, Jeremy Phelps,
Yo.
and let's go ahead and get back into our opening statements. Actually, I'd like to do something a little bit different for this. We came up with one sort of during our first segment before I crapped out.
It was our second attempt at this, though, to be fair. First segment, the second time. We didn't make it that far.
Yeah, yeah, we really didn't. But I think maybe you should reintroduce what we were talking about because it's very great. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
So we were talking. So our first segment, to preface here, we're getting into Anthony Richardson just being a horrible quarterback and talking about the Colts. But Colts head coach, his name is Shane Steichen. And what we got to
Yeah.
talking about is that the way when you play Street Fighter, Ryu's like, Hayuken. It kind of sounds like the German version of that would be like Steichen. So we just kind of got into talking a little bit
Ja.
about just Steichen being just a German Street Fighter, and the fact that if German Street Fighter were a game, he would be the main character within it.
He would be all the characters within it. He would just go up to people and be like, "Oh yeah, one day I was just a mere sauerkraut vendor, yeah, and then all of a sudden it's like boom, Street Fighter, Steichen Ja."
Maybe we take this to another level, though. Maybe we just do like NFL head coach Street Fighter as opposed to the German one, and we just have each head coach be a different character. Like, so Steichen's is just like the Steichen. When you go to like Andy Reid, it's like when he gets his like power up, it's like a walrus just comes out and slaps you with its tail. Um, Bill Belichick's, if he gets back in the league at some point here, just like a pack of 23-year-old girls come and just like poke your face. I don't know. Poke, 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 poke.
um, yeah, I think those are all good. I would say that Jim Harbaugh is he commits a felony and then leaves.
I was thinking he just like pulled his khakis up over his head as like a shield that's like impenetrable. Um, I also think,
what if the brothers? No. What if the brothers played and they both did that at the same time? Then what happens?
you just get entrapped within a khaki pant. There, what happens is he's here, his brother comes out on the other side of you, and in between you, just a giant pair of khaki pants just comes down and traps you like a cage. And then they just take sewing needles and just poke you in like the rib from outside of the khakis. Um, I think
Welcome
Dan
to the
Campbell's.
khaki-verse, motherfucker.
I think Dan Campbell's. He'd literally just rip you in half like a phone book. Cliff Kingsbury, I know he's not a head coach anymore, but he just like fucking like how Cyclops in X-Men like takes his glasses off and like hits you with like the laser beams. I think Cliff Kingsbury would like take off like the aviators or like the Ray-Bans and just Cyclops it with like super good looks.
Smoldering looks. Oh man, yeah. So he's the McDreamy.
Dude, he's
McDreamy power up.
He's the McDreamy, and apparently Canales in Carolina is a McSteamy. I found out. I had no idea because he's not very good at offense. But yeah, that's apparently the case.
It is apparently the case. Hell yeah. Okay, so we started off with German Street Fighter, and the other thing that you have to know um, for this is that um, a neither of us have done prep for this, and so really all I know is that we're going through the first segment. I don't, and then everything else is a mystery. And then B, um, yeah, I'm still trying to work on opening this goddamn wine, so that's going to be fun. So you might hear some squeaks in the background and
We
some
haven't
swear
even
words.
gotten into that, but we went through that on episode A and B. Episode C, I don't even think we've talked about your issue with
Ah,
wine yet.
yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I'm away right now. Obviously, that's why, you're not seeing the beautiful effects. So we'll probably just upload this one as audio
Dude,
anyways.
what are you in? A
But,
fucking La Quinta Inn right now? Like a fucking Motel 9?
kinda, yeah. I mean, this place is in the middle of nowhere, and I always have Wi-Fi issues here. So the fact that we're even doing this is kind of shocking to me still.
Yeah, fair.
But anyways, yeah. So I get into town and I'm like, oh man, I need to get some booze for the show, right? And it's like, man. And so I only had like 15 minutes to run into town and come back before I had to do something else. And it was like, oh shit. And so I went down, got this bottle of wine and a bottle opener, and the bottle opener is not doing its job. And so
Fuck you,
yeah,
Dollar Tree
I'm.
bottle opener.
Who would have thought such a cheap investment would fail so hard? Um,
Usually the
so yeah,
cheapest
I'm over
shit
here
works
just
the best.
yeah. So I'm just over here kind of digging into the cork right now. I'd say I'm about like 30% in at this point. So yeah, that's gonna be a thing. You'll just hear some squeaks.
I,
Um,
for anyone who was previously on the fence about whether or not they wanted to pick us up as a show to sponsor, that's commitment. Not only the fact we're doing this episode today, period, but the fact we're doing this episode today, and that's the links we're going to bring you high quality entertainment. That's commitment. Tell me anybody at Barstool Sports, which they're all functioning alcoholics anyway, but would go to that level of commitment for non-alcoholism related reasons.
yeah, really. I mean, come on. Yeah. No, this is pretty bad. I might have to upload a picture or something a little bit later.
It's too bad you
Um,
can't put a background when you have a phone call. Calling it off your phone, just be able to put that as your background picture.
yeah, dude. I mean, there's just like little cork pieces all over the place on this desk right now. It's fantastic. We're
Yeah,
really happy with that.
I'd love to say I haven't been there before, but I have. That's just life.
Hell, I think we've been there before in college at least once.
Oh, well, dude, it's because senior year you figured out that it was the same price to get literally a 6 pack of wine as it was to get like a 24 pack of beer.
Yeah, yeah. And don't
And they
tell
gave
me
you a
that
cool
wasn't the
tote bag.
best find ever.
Well, yeah, because they
Yeah,
gave
they
you a tote
did.
bag.
It was a great tote bag. It really was. So, we'll see if by the end of this episode I can dig into this motherfucker. We're getting there,
Fingers
slowly but
crossed.
surely. Yeah, me too. Me too. But I got stuff to do, man. Got stuff to do. Yeah. So you got anything else for opening statements while we're at it?
No, I think NFL head coach Street Fighter pretty much sums it up.
Yeah, I think so too. All right, that sounds good. But speaking of NFL head coach Street Fighter, our I guess maybe he's got to be the final boss now, right?
Yeah, I would say
Colts
so.
head coach, yeah, coach Shane Steichen
Steichen.
announced Steichen announced that 2023 fourth overall pick not featured in NFL head coach Street Fighter
Ah,
2025. Anthony Richardson, he might be an unlockable player later. It'll
well,
be an EA Sports game, so
all right.
you only have to pay $50 for him.
What's his power up? I'm saying it's that when he gets super powered up, he's getting ready to punch your character right in the face, and instead he just whiffs and punches a tree.
No, I was gonna say his power up is like the enemy, like whoever he's facing is all of a sudden thinking he's much more powerful than he really is, and then like gives him a lot of money for no reason.
Yeah, I dig it. I dig it.
Yeah. So, anyways, so yeah, Richardson, he's shockingly going to be benched for this weekend's game against the Vikings, opting to instead go with the veteran Joseph Flacco, who probably should be a coach at this point.
Joey
So I think he'll
Flax.
be in. Yeah, Joey Flax is in the game. He's like your starting character. He's like trying to go into coaching, but keeps coming back as a player. So yeah, I
He's
think
like Road to Glory in
that's the story
NCAA.
mode.
He like starts at a high school and like is mediocre at the high school level and like eventually rides the bench at a college before eventually becoming the Heisman winner.
Something like that. Something like that. Um, but anyway, so back to what we were talking about. Not German Street Fighter or NFL head coach Street Fighter. We probably should make both games. Anyways, so yeah, we're going with Joey Flax. Anthony Richardson, first half against Texans the last weekend. Richardson went a shockingly amazing 2 for 14, in which Steichen opted to leave Richardson in a close game, claiming that he is the future of the franchise and needs to stay in the game. LOL. This led to a
Balls.
strange situation. Yeah, that was from me. This led to a strange situation where Richardson removed himself from the game on a 3rd and long because he was tired. He was a sweepy sweep at a fucking NFL game. All right, so we have two parts of this one. Number one, what do you make of Steichen's management of the situation? And two, why did Richardson really leave the game on 3rd down? Let's go with the first question first. What do you make of Steichen's management of this situation?
Yeah, I think Steichen's management of the situation is bigger than the actual situation right now in my eyes. And look, I'm a Texans fan. They were playing the Texans, so I watched that game. And the whole thing live was just start to finish was weird to me. Um, there was a point in time in the first half that Richardson was like well, I think he started like 1 for 9, and then he was like 2 for 12. We go into another drive, and it's still a close game. The Colts defense is playing well. It's still a one-score game. I think it was like 10-7 or something like that, or 13-10, something like that. Anyway, it's still a close game. And me as a Texans fan watching this game with how bad Richardson's playing is like, man, like they might put Flacco in the game. And if they do, they might win this game. Because also worth noting when it comes to his management of the situation, that game was for first place in the AFC South. Texans were 5-2 going into it. The Colts were 4-3, despite the fact that Richardson's missed a lot of the year already with injury. Um, they were still in this game. So they go out late in the first half. Richardson throws a pick inside of his own 30. Houston runs it down, winds up scoring, expands their lead. So going into the halftime reporter interviews Steichen, and they're like, hey, bad half for Richardson, 2 for 14, just threw another pick. Is there any chance you're going to bring Flacco into the game? And he's like, no, he's the future of our franchise. We need to ride it out and let him figure it out, which, okay. I don't agree with that logic, but if that's the way we're going, I can kind of respect that you're saying, all right, the number 4 pick for the future is more important than winning one game right now this year for the longevity of our franchise. The issue with that is then literally the next day you come out and say, nope, we're benching him. So then why the fuck did you try to win that game? Why the fuck didn't you try to take first place in the division? Because now not only do the Texans have a 2-game lead, they also beat you twice already, so they have the tiebreaker. What was the real reason behind that then? The other issue I have with the
I
situation,
Yes.
the other issue I have with the situation is that watching this game, they're not setting Richardson up for success. Now, I'm not a big believer that he's the future of that franchise. I thought he was highly overrated coming out of college. I still think he is now. But if you watch them play, the throws he's making are like 30, 40, 50 yards down the field. I get that he has a cannon for an arm, But for a dude who's throwing at 44% right now, maybe we give him some screens. Maybe we give him some checkdowns. Maybe we give him some slant routes or some hooks. Every time he was throwing the ball, like of the 14 attempts, probably 8 of those were over 20 yards down the field. Why? He's not completing passes under 10 yards. Why would you set him up to only throw balls of over 20? Don't even give him that option. And so for me, the mismanagement is just unbelievable. I think Steichen seriously needs to be evaluated by management as to what he's doing right now with this entire situation. I'm also a big believer that owners shouldn't get involved in the process. If you're hiring a GM and a coach, let them do their jobs. I'd just like to say that Tepper in Carolina took Bryce #1 overall over CJ, even though everybody in his organization said take CJ. Irsay is the reason they took Richardson. And if you look at the Cowboys, every year Jerry Jones keeps Dak. Dak is not a top 10 quarterback in the NFL, and that's why they're getting knocked out in the first round of the playoffs every season. And this year won't make it because the Commanders are thriving. All I'm saying is or owners need to stay the fuck out of anything when it comes to personnel.
Yeah, that was going to be my point. Is this like reeks of Jerry Richards? Not Jerry Richards. This reeks of Jim Irsay
Yeah.
telling and dictating a coach how to run the team, right?
Yep.
And that Flacco's just supposed to be there if he gets injured. And, this is an investment. And then he does a lot of cocaine. This is, I think Steichen is between a rock and a Kamehameha wave, if you will, since we're going along with Street Fighter.
Those Dragon Ball, but I like it. I like it.
Hey, you know what? Goku was in one of the Street Fighters, I believe, is an unlockable player. So,
Sweet.
Get with the game. Fuck yeah, let's go. But yeah, this is such a no-win situation. Unlike, I do want to give a progress update. This cork is coming out soon. I'm telling you, man, it's coming.
Let's go.
Oh yeah.
So Horry's into
oh
the
yeah,
today
we are.
Keep the updates on that cork.
Yeah. You all of you listening at home, don't act like you're not impressed. They're putting on a show where we've talked about German Street Fighter and some dude who has an inability to uncork a bottle of wine, and you're still listening. We're winning. Okay. So of his management of this situation, really, I think a night of thinking about how that game went and Richardson taking himself out of the game, I think that plays a huge factor into why he kind of did a 180 the next day. It has to be, absolutely, right? Because if you're really going in on, okay, he's the future or whatever, okay, if you play the rest of the game bad, then you're like, okay, short leash, that type of thing, close down the playbook a little bit. But this was different, right? I mean, this is a big reversal. So I think it's an attitude thing. Just because Richardson, when he's not injured, everybody's like, oh man, he's going to start. Oh, he's going to be great. And he's been okay when he's been in, but it's nothing impressive. Not fourth overall pick impressive.
Well, but I would argue it hasn't been that. He's last in the league right now in completion percentage at 44%.
That's why I said okay, because I think he could do better than I would do. I'm just being nice.
You don't think you could go 2 for 14 and a half? I don't know, dude. I feel like I could complete 3 passes. They'd all be like a yard, but maybe.
Dude, if this bottle of wine was a pass, I mean, come on, I am failing miserably right now. I think Anthony Richardson is better than me.
That's fair. That's fair. But it's also worth mentioning, too, like, if you're talking about winning the game, like, Joe Flacco fucking shit-kicked the Texans in the playoffs last year. Like, the Browns last year, or whenever he was playing for the Browns, right? A couple years ago?
Yes. Last year, yeah.
Yeah. Leading up to the playoffs, anyway, he fucking shit-kicked the Texans. I don't remember the exact stat line, but I think he was like 350 yards and like 4 touchdowns. He lit them the fuck up. And now it's a different Texans defense than it was. But still, like, I just it blows my mind to that point. You've got a quarterback who has not played well, to your point. You have a backup quarterback who has historically, not even just then, even when it was with the Ravens, historically has made the Texans his bitch. Like fucking Texans defense goes to sleep at night and has nightmares about Joe Flacco as how bad he has shit kicked the Texans over the years. Why? Why in a game for first place in the AFC South would you not just win that game and then reevaluate how bad Richardson really is later?
Yeah, and if nothing else, you can still frame it in that situation as, well, young quarterback. We want to make sure his
Yeah.
mentality's good. That type of thing, and give him a chance to shine in the postseason, even if it's a lie. You could actually get there,
Yeah.
right?
You save face.
So yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I think to your point earlier, I think you're right. This reeks of Jim Irsay wanting to be an NFL head coach. Um, yeah, that's the only thing I can think of why they would be so hell bent on keeping him in, right?
Yeah.
So the second part of this question is, why did Richardson really leave the game on third down?
I think there's a simple answer to this, and it's one that Steichen didn't want to admit to the reporters. And it's that he went down and he realized that Joe Flacco had just played a level 47 Blastoise card in their game of Pokemon, the game card game. And he realized that in his sock,
Pokemon Street Fighter.
he had a first edition holographic Zapdos to put down. Lightning over water. You, Flacco, I'm staying in. Boom, played. That's why I didn't get benched after I came out on third down. I win.
Yeah. Unofficial reports say you could hear Richardson leaving the field yelling out, "Lightning then the thunder, bitch!" Yeah, absolutely.
Lightning.
Yeah, that's
The thunder
100%.
can't strike, but lightning can.
Okay, so why did Richardson really leave the game on third down? 2-for-1 appetizers at Applebee's, 100%.
It was after 9 p.m.
He thought it was, which means he was concussed. That's the fun part of the joke.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he just knew. You see, he's listened to our previous shows, and he knows all about the fancy blacklight parties that they host at Applebee's from time to time. And so he's like, "Oh man, I got to get in on that."
I mean, Houston's not that far from upstate New York, so the logic makes sense.
Hey, you can't tell me that they don't have blacklight parties at Applebee's in Houston.
Well, yeah, that's fair. Honestly, it's, probably one of the few things that they actually do well there. So it's probably fair.
2-for-1 apps in the beats.
Half price hurricanes between June and August. Oh.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my dear God. Yeah, so I think that's one reason. Some other reasons that come to mind. He probably remembered that he was going for a Reddit badge called Basement Dweller, where he had to comment or like a post for 500 days in a row. And he probably remembered at that moment that he hadn't done it yet.
He was at 496 and had forgotten to do it because it was such a big game.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think that's another reasonable explanation. 100% reasonable too.
I assumed that it had something to do with the fact that his Roomba was probably about to suck up his, Sacagawea gold dollar that he left underneath his couch. He had to go save that.
Dude, those things are going to be valuable one day, man. Come on.
Someday the price of the gold will be worth more than $1.
Someday. We'll be here for that day. Not starting in the NFL, you won't, but maybe that dollar might come in use. Maybe he was
Why
thinking fiscally
why do you think
responsible.
it was so important that he waited until the third quarter to save that Sacagawea dollar? If he'd gone 14 for 14 in the first half, that Roomba could have had it.
Yeah, it really could have. Really could have. Yeah. I was going to say that I gave him a call like in about 5 minutes to come open this wine, and he's like, I got to go help my buddy Stotesy. Who the fuck is that?
I just assumed that
Actually, I was.
I just assumed because it was the third quarter and it was near the end of the third quarter, alcohol sales were about to shut down in NRG Stadium, and so oh shit, man, I gotta go get one more before they close.
Dude, this game is totally killing my buzz. Holy shit.
I'm way too sober to play this football. I mean, keep in mind, he went to the University of Florida. There's a chance it's actually possible.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And with an offense, too, that is basically like throw the ball into this general area and have one of our 5-star wide receivers go get it. Like, no wonder he was so successful in college, right?
He wasn't even successful in college, though. That's the fucking thing.
I know. I know. I was
He's
being facetious.
he's one of those dudes who randomly they're like, oh no, he's gonna be pretty good in the pros. He'll be pretty solid here. I think he'll be good. Like dude, like fucking Brandon Whedon. Like Brandon Whedon when he got taken in the first round by the Browns. No, it's because of the Browns. Nobody thought that guy was gonna be good. Not a single person. But they're like, nope, this guy's gonna be pretty good in the pros. We're gonna take him. 28 overall, whatever the fuck,
Yeah.
22 overall.
Well, that's what they also said about Deshaun Watson when they traded for him too. And well, that isn't panning out too well, is it?
Nope. Although, you know who it's panning out well for? Fucking Jameis Winston back into an NFL starting role.
Hey, eat a W, Jameis. Eat a W.
That just goes to show that if you're gonna fucking stand up on tables and make racist remarks, steal crab legs, do all that shit, you just need to go to a program who has somebody who's a bigger piece of shit than you. Then you can thrive.
So you just need to be the Alex Moran of pieces of shit, is what you're saying.
Pretty much, yeah. If you're constantly the second biggest piece of shit in a program, you're doing all right. You can still be a savior.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, Speaking about saviors or pieces of shit or things therein, let's go ahead and get into our Nardowick Poetry Slam. This one is brought to you by this cork that's about to fucking die. It's almost there. It's almost there. And you know what? They're our official sponsor this week. What the hell? I'm so excited. But for the Nardowick, what do you got for the people this week?
So the one I almost picked is a couple weeks ago after a big win, the most Kirk Cousins quote of all time came out because after the game he said they're playing that song about the swag, the surf. I was like, this is pretty sweet. So I almost picked that one, but decided to go a different route. This is a song called Act Up by City Girls. And it goes, let's see, where do I want to start here? Real ass bitch, give a fuck about a bad word. Big Birkin bag, hold 5, 6 figures. Stripes on my ass, so he called this pussy Tigger. Fucking on a scamming ass, rich ass bad word. Some group of bitches ain't no adding to the picture. That doesn't even make sense. Drop a couple racks, watch this ass get bigger. That also, if you're dropping racks, your ass would be getting smaller, but okay. Drink it on liquor, and I'm looking at your bad word. If his money right, he can eat it like a Snicker. That okay. I ain't got time for you fake ass hoes talking all loud in them fake ass clothes. Although arguably all clothes are real. It's just, fake ass shoes match their fake ass gold. I'm the realest bitch ever to you snake ass hoes. And then they go into the chorus, act up, you can get snatched up. Dirty ass nails, baby girl, you need to back up. And then I assume this is the other city girl. I guess there's two of them. And she goes, It's Young without an O. Young Miami, so she might be Asian because Young without an O would be, in theory, maybe she's Korean. I don't know. Anyway, it's Young Miami, and I came to run my sack up. Tired ass hoes on my page trying to track us. Brand new chain, city girls going platinum. I keep a baby Glock. I ain't fighting with no random, period. After a comma. Weird. Okay. That just grammatically just has a lot of issues there. Anyway, you bitches week. Is you serious? I let him taste the pussy. Now he acting all delirious. Did the dash in the rover like it's fast and furious. She see my number in his phone. Now you acting curious, bitch. He gonna buy me Gucci
Bitch.
if I ask for it. Yup. He a classy bad word rocking Tom Ford. Classy. I bet your little sister wanna look like me. I bet your little brother wanna fuck on me. Fuck on me? What the fuck on you? Hood bitch. Good. I ain't average. Um, this literally this starts with comma. He can't come around without that cabbage. Pop a pussy bitch quick like a bubble gum. I ain't I ain't never worry. I just deal with it for fun. Also, that not only doesn't rhyme, that's just grammatically super fucked up. But yeah, all right, cool, guys. So that's Act Up
So,
by City Girls.
oh yeah, I am going to act up all over the place. I'm going to pour something. Oh damn, I gave it away, but hear it. Oh
Nope,
yeah,
but I hear it in my mind. Let's go.
it's open, baby. Holy shit! It only. Ooh, I miss you. Thank you for that submission. That was fantastic. It was about the time that you were like, "Wow, that's fucked up." That I was like opening it. It was like, not for me. There's pieces of
My
cork
eyes.
in it.
Yep, that was just the moral
Oh
support that
yeah,
you needed, bud.
dude, I feel morally supported. Oh, thank God.
Hell yeah.
How the fuck am I gonna? Oh well, that's a problem for later. Okay. So thanks for that. Since today is Halloween, I thought I'd go a little more festive in my 3 second search for a song. Um, so this one is a little bit of an older one, but I think I know most of the stuff to it. This is A Nightmare on My Street, a song by DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince.
So there won't be any curse words. Lovely. Let's go.
Oh, no, there is.
Damn it, Jazzy.
You heathen. Now I have a story that I'd like to tell about this guy. You know him. You all know him? Oh. He had me scared as hell. He comes to me at night after I crawl into bed.
The
He's
Nightman?
burnt up like, oh, no, no, no. He's burnt up like a weenie, and his name is Fred.
Wait,
That's
Wheaties
actually
aren't
pretty
burnt
funny.
up. Wheaties you don't even cook.
No, weenie, like a hot dog.
Ah. Yep. No, that
Mm-hmm.
tracks. Go ahead. Go on.
I'm going to keep drinking. Hold up. Oh,
Good
yeah.
plan. Good
That's
plan.
the good.
For any Will Smith rap ever, you need to keep drinking, I think is probably it.
He wears the same hat and sweater every single day, and even if it's hot outside, he wears it anyway. That's stupid. He's gone when I'm awake, but he shows up when I'm asleep. I can't believe that there's a nightmare on my
I
street.
still think this
It
is
was.
the Nightman.
Could be, could be. It was a Saturday evening, if I remember it right, and we had just gotten back off tour last night. So the gang and I thought it would be groovy. Oh yeah, this is 100% Will Smith line. If we summoned up the posse and done Rush the movies, I got Angie, Jeff got Tina, Ready Rock got some girl I've never seen in my life, which was probably Angie or Tina. That was all right because the lady was chill. Then we dipped to the theater, set to ill. Bugging,
Bugging.
cold, having a ball. And something about Elm Street was the movie we saw. God, yeah, talk about bad grammar. The way it started was decent. you know nothing real fancy about this guy named Fred and this girl named Nancy. But word, when it was over, I said, yo, that was death. And everything seemed all right when we left. But when I got home and laid down to sleep, that began the nightmare, but on my street. There you go. So there's some.
I'd just like to make the comparison here. So you've heard that song. The
Mhm.
song Nightman goes, every night you come into my room and pin me down with your strong arms. You pin me down and I try to fight you. You come inside me, you fill me up, and I become the Nightman. Then it goes, it's just two men sharing the night. It might seem wrong, but it's just so right. It's just two men sharing each other. It's just two men like loving brothers. One on top and one on bottom. One inside and one is out. One is screaming, he's so happy. The other screaming, a passing a shout, it's the night man. All I'm saying is pretty similar. One guy's there at night, not when they're awake. Two men sharing the night. I'm just saying they might have been singing about the night man. The feeling's so wrong
so
and
you're
right, man.
so you're saying that Will Smith is a prophet for
I'm saying
like
that Will
for
Smith
comedy shows.
and I'm saying that Will Smith and Charlie Day, have you ever seen them in the same room together? No. Maybe they're the same person.
Whoa! Oh yeah, there's always a chance. There's always a chance on this show.
Yes.
Speaking of yeah, speaking of chances, tomorrow is basically the Super Bowl of the Basket Hoops League you've never heard of, as Overtime Elite kicks off their season at the Farm, as the Diamond Doves host Jelly Fam. I want a Jelly Fam jersey now. In the inaugural
How can
game
you
of
not?
the 2025 season. Yeah, right? For those of you who don't know, heathens, dumbasses, OTE over. Is it OTE? See, I'm a
OTE,
dumbass too.
Overtime Elite.
Um, yeah, Overtime Elite is a new alternative to going one and done in college. And future NBA players are opting into this league versus enrolling in an institution. So, give us your best preview of this league that I just read about for the first time ever for this season.
Easy. Easy. There's one team who is going to win this whole thing, and it is Fear of God Athletics for two reasons. One is I'd like to read their about. Their about says the house, which weird, okay. The house is built to mirror the very nature and design of the highest being, where there is both unity and diversity in the Trinity. The simplicity and complexity of three in one reflects the heart and intention of the Fear of God house and our products. Fear of God, essentials, and athletics. I don't know what the essentials are and why it's capitalized. Three pillars in one. Fear of God athletics, established by Jerry Lorenzo. Also, don't know who that guy is. But if you go to their coach, they're coached by none other than Silk with a C, Silk McSweeney. Coach McSweeney began his inaugural season with Fear of God Athletics, bringing his winning pedigree to the organization. Coach McSweeney has extensive experience competing against overtime elite teams, previously leading the KT Kings Kingdom Training Program. He's been the head coach of Calvary Christian Academy for 12 years after finishing professionally overseas in Europe and Asia for 5. He's the first head coach in Broward County, Florida to win a title as a player and a coach! Exclamation point. Highly accomplished coach with a proven track record of success, includes winning 3 Florida state championships 2017, 21, and 22. Silk with a C, so maybe Kilk McSweeney and Fear of God Athletics. They're winning this whole thing.
Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, I have to disagree with you strongly on that based off of my computer finally loading a random team that I'm just going to go with now. um, yeah, so congratulations on being wrong. The YNG Dreamers
Oh
with a
yeah.
Z, that's important, are going to win the league for this season and at least two more. Okay. So if you go to their player roster, they have a couple of real ballers on this team. All right. So you have number 10, Cal Barrett, who is more neck than body. Like, if you look at this dude's neck, dude, oh my God, this team is like the fucking neck Olympics, bro. Okay, seriously, you guys have to fucking look. Okay,
Holy
number 10,
shit,
Cal
you're
Barrett.
not lying. Every single one of them is hardcore on the neck. Jesus Christ. Eli Ellis also looks like he's fucking 12 years old.
Yeah, that's the reason I've clicked on them, because I think he was on their banner page, and I was like,
Other
oh my God,
other
why is that
than
youth
dude,
playing?
Cole Rosario, holy shit, where does the head end and the neck begin? But Taj Walters, for some reason, is the only one that's not in the neck Olympics. Everybody but Taj Walters is in the fucking neck Olympics. Are their
Dude,
YNG Dreamers is your neck game Dreamers?
yo, man, we don't care about basketball. How your neck game is. Holy crap. Dude, look at Cole Rosario. Okay, come on, load it. Come on, load the page. I need to know more about Cole Rosario. This dude, Jeremy is not lying. This guy, he's 6'5", 6 feet of it is neck, like straight up. Holy shit. And his career has no stats and he has no bio, but he's from Miami.
There we
There
go.
you go.
West
It is-
Broward County, so maybe he knows Coach Silk McSweeney.
He's like, Coach, how do I make it in basketball? And he's like, neck drills.
Stretch your neck out, boy.
Yeah, they just put a bunch of HGH into the neck and it just grows. It's kind of weird.
They just shoot roids right into the neck straight.
Neck roids. Oh, yeah. Wow, that sounds dirty. But yeah. So Cole Rosario, 6'5", 195 pounds. He's not even graduating until 2026. So did his parents have to sign a permission slip for this?
Yep. Oh, dude, I take back what I said before. I have a new team that's going to win this whole thing, and I think you're going to agree with me on
the
this.
YNG Dreamers.
Dude, as much as I want the net game to win, you can't block a shot with your head, so no. Dude, the blue checks.
Okay.
The blue checks, first off, are coached by Ben Betts. Why is that relevant? Because I'm not making this up. This is his biography. Ben Betts joins the Blue Checks this season after spending the last 3 years at Winthrop University as an assistant coach for the men's basketball team.
No fucking way.
Swear to God. And then, but it gets better if you go to the Blue Checks. And they're about, all of these abouts are incredible, by the way. The blue check says in big bold letters, these checks don't bounce and we ain't talking. Basketball, we need a bigger bank. Blue checks is about more than being verified online. It's bringing it on and off the court, like in the lobby of a bank. Yeah. We're fun, we're electric, and we're always on the grind. It's about being the best. Don't let this smile fool you. We're about business, and we're getting checks. We ain't sliding in direct. We're verifying our opponents in the paint. we might blue, but that's just we might blue, but that's just how we leave our opponents feeling. I think there's supposed to be a B in there that somebody missed. Spell check's overrated, Coach Betts. This is the blue check season. Don't forget to smile.
Yeah, at the end, it's like, wow, okay. I will give this team this. Let's see here. Elijah Diallo, BJ Powell, DJ Purdy, and Caleb Thomas. Congratulations. You are honorable mentions for the all neck team.
Dude, and their head coach, in all seriousness, is Norm Richardson from the Cold Hearts. The Cold Hearts head coach, his neck game is on fleek.
Oh my gosh. I am so happy this internet is working right now. Oh god, I gotta keep hitting X.
Holy shit, dude. Not only that, but dude, the coach of the Diamond Doves looks like he murdered somebody, and I think he has a fucking teardrop tattoo over his right eye.
Oh shit, dude, Jelly Fam looks um like a wannabe Charlotte Hornets team, dude. I mean, just the color scheme. Yeah, not one of them is getting into the neck Olympics though. Not
Dude,
one of them.
they're going to hardcore religious with a couple of these. You would have thought it was fear of God that would have been the most religious. No, Diamond Doves has the crown. No pressure, dot, dot, dot. No diamonds. We are diamond doves. Prayers up. Prayers up to any opposing teams coming at us. Where the Doves play is a cathedral and the only religion is basketball. Our game is so pure, we'll scare the sinner out of our opponents. Diamond Doves might be a new look in basketball you've never seen before, but they play together like they've been doing this for centuries. Get your confessions in order because this season is Diamond Dove season.
Dude, okay, so correct me if I'm wrong, but you do not want a team that is literally multiple centuries old on the court, right?
Ideally,
I mean,
you'd
basketball hasn't
prefer to
changed
have
that
that
much.
not be the case.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Dude, Jelly Fam is such a fucking letdown. Like they're just trying to go so hard, but it's corny. All right. So here's
Well,
one line from their about. It's not just our name. We're a family from Zay to Captain Jack. It's like I don't know who any of these people are. I didn't know this league existed. Why am I supposed to know them already? We're generational. It's time for us, the next generation. Well, yeah, that's why the league was formed, dumbass. Come on, it's not just you. Good lord.
I
Oh
mean,
yeah. No, I I
also it
I
talks
take back
about them
every
being in New
good
York
thing.
City and they don't even play games in New York. They play all their games in the South. They're like Atlanta and North Carolina.
Right? All right. I gotta look at RWE because
I'm looking at it
yeah, they're
right
just so
now.
quiet.
It stands for Real Wild Energy.
Yeah, no, they're kind of
The
yeah, weak sauce too.
uh
All
yeah,
right, what's
except the one line that says the crowds are at max capacity when we pull and Scott Ashworth called in backup. Who the fuck is Scott Ashworth?
I'm looking at their roster. Nope, not there. Maybe the coach. Nope, Corey Frazier is their
Yep.
coach. So I don't know who that is.
I
That is
don't
doubly
either,
confusing.
but I'll leave you with this one because maybe the best about is the City Reapers. It's
Mm-hmm.
we don't claim one city, we claim every city. And here's what it says verbatim. City Reapers is about going into kill mode every time we step onto the court. It's about sensing the weakness in our opponents. It's about having the ambition to make every city our own. Every game is a home game for us. It's about controlled recklessness in the form of elite basketball. Every time we step on the floor, our opponents feel weakness in their knees. Every dunk is a death kiss. Get ready. City Reapers basketball is coming to a city near you soon.
Dude, the City Reapers are all of the backs of their jerseys. They're not going to say the last names of players. They're just going to say Kyle. That's the only thing they could say with a bio like that.
They also have another dude joining the all neck team here, Mustafa Diop. Dude, your neck is 9 feet long.
Dude, holy shit. Okay, I'm still on RWE, and I have two all neck Americans, I guess. Parker
All neck
Robinson and
Americans.
Jackson McVeigh. Yeah, all neck American. Oh, no, and we have an all neck world, I guess, because I don't think he's a well, it's a German last name, so he might not be from here, but Bryson Hammermeister, yeah. Welcome to the next team, yeah. And then we have T. Bartlett, who is just
Dude,
a fucking monster.
T.
Holy
Bartlett looks
shit.
like he ate necks for breakfast this morning. Six, he's listed at 6'11", 310 pounds.
Dude, that is underscoring how giant this guy looks. That dude is fucking baby Shaq.
He is he's a center. He's averaging 4.7 points, 5 rebounds, 0 blocks because chances are he can't jump off the ground.
how the hell did he make this team? Jesus.
I don't
And
know.
I'm not seeing anything that says like defensive excellence or anything. I mean, sometimes he shows up for rebounds, but yeah, wow. That's really weird. Yeah, 4.7 points per game, 5 rebounds per game. Okay, that ain't bad. 1.3 assists per game, zero point 0.7 steals. He had like one game where he probably went off and had like 2 steals.
Yeah.
And,
Dude,
and he's wearing a Tampa Bay Rays chain in his headshot. I don't know if you noticed that.
Diamond Doves, despite the fact that God's on their side, I don't feel like they're going to be successful because none of their pictures look like somebody who could score a basketball from anybody on the team, especially Troy Hornbeck.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, this
Mostly because I don't think
turned
the ball
out
will
to
come
be
out of
fun.
Troy's hands because of how much fucking hair gel is going to be stuck in there. But they win the
Okay.
All Hair Game award, so
Ooh. Okay. So I think that's like all the teams, right?
yeah.
I think. Yeah. Dude, I'm sticking with my all neck American team, the YNG Dreamers.
I'm sticking with
Like,
Fear of
holy
God
shit.
Athletics, homie. Silk
Fear of God
McSweeney, who doesn't
athletics.
even have a headshot, getting it done.
Dude, I'm telling you, Cole Rosario is going to out neck the league. He already does.
All
He's
right.
a fucking champ.
We need to figure this out now, then, just for all the viewers at home. All their games are streamed on YouTube. Actually, not all of them. Some of them are on YouTube. One of them was on
Or
Prime.
Prime.
YNG and Jelly Fam are playing on Prime. So Fear of God Athletics and YNG Dreamers are two picks. Play December 6th on Prime at 9 p.m. Eastern Time at OTE Arena. I'm going to screenshot this now because we are going to have pregame coverage of that game leading up to it on Friday, December 6th.
Oh God. Yeah. You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna fucking do that. We're
We're
fucking
doing it.
doing that.
We're
Let's
doing
fucking
it.
go. Yep. That Thursday. Yep. We're doing a Friday. It's not gonna be live stream because I still can't figure that shit out. But
Overrated.
then again, I'm doing this on a fucking phone, so there we go. Oh shit. Okay. It's not gonna get any better than that, folks. It really isn't. So we're gonna roll into our last one. The Giuseppe Stromboli redo of the week. Unofficially sponsored by Gators Gats. Know where this one's going. In
Nope.
honor of the famous remake of a popular series of books out of the UK, we honor the pool playing, bang noodle wielding, and absolutely from New Jersey Wizard with our Giuseppe Stromboli redo of the week, unofficially sponsored by Gators Gats. Do some punk ass bitches need to be capped? You punk ass bitch. Gator needs his gat. Gator needs his gat. Then we're gonna head over to the across the pond to jolly old England for an almost unthinkable crime: cheese theft.
Oh.
Cheese theft. Niels Yard Dairy says a con artist posing as a wholesaler made off with 22 metric tons, over 48,000 pounds of artisan cheese valued at close to $400,000. 1,000 wedges of this cheese that is aged 12 to 18 months has gone missing, and Niels is asking society at large to keep an eye out for a needle in a haystack or 48,000 pounds of cheese on planet Earth. So you are the con artist, who I believe in this scenario is none other than Cole Rosario, because you don't get a neck like that by not stealing 48,000 pounds of cheese. Where are you stealing the cheese, and where are you storing it until you sell it? And the answer is not in the neck.
That would have been my answer, son of a bitch.
That's why I said no.
Really?
Okay.
Throw me under the bus here.
Okay, well, we'll start with how are you stealing said cheese? And I guess we got to take off the table that he conned him by saying he was a wholesaler.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair too. All right, so for anybody who's ever seen Indiana Jones, there's a part in the movie where he takes a bag of diamonds and a bag of rocks and just swaps them. Like, I'm gonna basically do that, but I'm gonna do it with fruitcakes. And
Mm.
Nobody loves fruitcake. It's something you can only eat around Christmas time, and nobody really even wants it at Christmas time. So every day I'm going to go in, and over the course of 12 to 18 months, I assume that's enough, I'm going to take two fruitcakes and replace them with two wheels of cheese. Now, where am I storing them? Great question. Simple answer. Where am I storing them? Elon's dad's diamond mines. Nobody's going on there. I can put 48,000 pounds of cheese easily into a diamond mine that nobody's going into. Boom goes the dynamite. Easily, I win this whole game. Game over. Fuck Anatoly Smorin.
Oh, fuck Anatoly. Yeah, I'm with you on that already. Okay, so how am I stealing the cheese? Well, at first, I'm going to do the very most logical thing one would do and become a zookeeper's apprentice. Okay.
Damn, that was my second one. How did I not know? Should have gone with that one
Yeah,
first.
yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. So, I'm going to spend about a year or so being the zookeeper apprentice and learning how to, communicate with different types of animals, get them to do my bidding. Like throw feces at guests I don't like, and maybe people who make fun of Cole Rosario's neck. And so
Hold on,
after
sir.
that,
People who don't make fun of Cole Rosario's neck, I think you mean.
oh yeah. Why not? We're throwing it out at everyone. Why not? I'm so happy this wine is open. So, anyways, 12 months go by. All throughout that time, I'm harnessing my skills. I am helping a group, a community thrive, and I'm making a deal with them. Okay, and so I train them. We come up with a plan. We execute the plan. The group of animals you might be asking are a bunch of rats led by none other than Ratatouille himself to go in and steal the cheese, obviously. Okay. So that's why you need to become a zookeeper's apprentice so you can befriend Ratatouille.
Yeah, it
Like, come
makes
on.
sense.
Like, it's simple science here.
Logic's
Simple
there.
science. Yeah, it is. So my initial thought of where am I storing it until I can sell it was actually like one of the many vacant Cybertruck lots because those things aren't moving anytime soon. Like, have fun looking at just lots of Cybertrucks that were supposed to be sold but aren't. But after your answer, that probably seems like a cop out. So, got to come up with a different one, and hopefully one that all of these rats could do. So you got to think, okay, we're in England somewhere. Where in England could you actually hide something where nobody would ever actually find it? I'm going to say Manchester City Stadium. Why? Because I think a lot of people just wear Manchester City apparel and aren't really fans. That's why.
Those jerseys aren't going to sell
That's
for
why.
much when they switch their allegiance, when they get 1,100 points docked from them pretty soon here.
Exactly. And with that relegation looming, even less people are actually going to support them.
Oh, no. You're going to see a lot
Yeah.
of brand new tags still on Manchester United jerseys pretty soon here, so that's exciting.
Oh man, they fired Eric Ten Hag this week, so
Well,
that's good. Good for them.
I hear you can get Yankees jerseys for dirt cheap right now, but Dodgers jerseys are fucking higher than ever. So,
Yeah, all those Cowboys fans are so mad. They're so
God, I can
mad.
only imagine. I can only imagine.
Oh yeah. All right. With that, we're going to go ahead and call this one another week in the books of Floral Foolishness,
Sports.
where it's always island time. And thank you for joining us. Hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Sorry for the fine audio. No, you know what? We're proud of our fine audio quality this week.
Yup. You don't like it? Invest.
Yup. So I'm Neck Stoats, joined by the neck wrangler, Jeremy Necks. And as always, you stay tropical. Intercourse, Pennsylvania.